This research lesson can be used with any research project in elementary and beyond. Number 1, research process. There are 3 basic steps in the research process. Step 1 means to prepare for research by choosing a topic, forming questions for research, and making a search to find out if there are sources readily available about the topic. Number 2, the fact research checklist. The F stands for focusing on the topic, A for asking questions, C for citing sources, and T for taking notes. You'll want to make sure that you go back to your checklist often to make sure that you've covered everything in the process. Number 3 is focus on a topic. What you see here is a list of topic ideas that would be especially meaningful for students in grades 3 through 5 and beyond. These are just starting ideas. Number 4 is ask questions. It's important to have meaningful questions for research before you begin choosing sources. You can start with the 5 W's and the H: who, what, where, when, why, and how. This is a brainstorming worksheet. Number 5 is the turn test. When you're choosing sources, you want to make sure that you assess them with the turn test. T stands for timely. Do you trust the author of the source? You can verify the expertise or experience of the author or the creator. Letter U is useful. All of the sources used in a project should have facts that you can use to answer your inquiry questions. You wouldn't cite a source that does not have useful information for your project. Letter R is right. Make sure that the information in the source is correct or accurate. Ask whether you can check the facts against other sources, and make sure that the source is complete and free of errors. Letter N is new. Often the date can be very important in a research project. How new is it? Does the source use the latest information? The date of publication matters. You want to have the most current facts and ideas. Number 6, cite your sources. I like to keep track of my sources with an organizer like this one. When you cite your source, if it's a book, you definitely want the title, author, and when the book was published. If the source is on the web, you can take note of the URL or website address. Notice the letters in the right-hand corner of each source. You'll see why this is important next. Number 7 is take notes. Remember, when you take notes, you don't write down exactly what someone else wrote. That would be plagiarizing. You would read the source and then put it in your own words on your notes page. Notice that the notes are numbered. This will be important when you're organizing your ideas later. Also notice the empty circle at the bottom right of each note. This is where you would put the source. So if you've taken note number 1, fact, from source A, you would put an A in that bottom right-hand circle. It's important to remember where exactly you got your information so that you can go back to the source and verify that you wrote it down correctly. Number 8 is scribbles. As you research, you may come up with other ideas, more questions that you have, other places that you might want to look. So Have an extra piece of paper handy just to write down other things that come to mind. Number 9 is a timeline organizer. You might use this if you're organizing events from something that happened in history or something that happened in someone's life. Number 10 is a question/fact organizer. This is just another way to organize your facts. So if you had 3 questions for research, for example, you would write each question in a box and then you would write the facts that you found to answer your question. All of these forms can be found in the research lesson. If you'd like to purchase the research lesson, the link is in the description box below, or you can just go directly to my website, tinabrigham.com. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe before you go, and I'll see you in the next lesson.